Welcome to the program. This time we are in sweet potato farms in Kericho County that is ordinarily known for tea growing. Now, to some, this is a poor man's food, but you'll be surprised to find that the tubers are becoming a delicacy that is transforming lives not only in villages but also across the borders.
We've tried to make different dishes out of a sweet potato.
In this show, find out why the UK is a favorite export destination.
Grade 1 fedges 25 shillings per kilo. Grade 2 fedges 20 shillings per kilo.
And why the royal family in the UK eats the sweet potato, yet some people in Kenya ignore it as a poor man's food.
Queen Elizabeth has tasted sweet potatoes from this farm.
We will also hear from a London-based Kenyan entrepreneur who is passionate about training Kenyan sweet potato farmers for the export market, not only here in Kericho County, but also other counties like Bomet and Homa Bay.
I see very soon, a whole new industry and sector of just sweet potatoes competing with teas and coffees and flowers.
Plus, a sample of sweet potato products like bread, crisps, and even porridge. So sit back, relax, enjoy the show, and we begin with the fact sheet on the nutritional value of the product and where it can be grown in Kenya. Nutritionists say sweet potatoes are nutritious, high in fiber, very filling, and have a delicious sweet taste. They can be consumed in a variety of ways, but are most commonly boiled, baked, steamed, or fried. The tubers are most commonly orange, but are also found in other colors such as white and yellow. They are rich in many vitamins, carbohydrates, and minerals.
As we are progressing, we will start exporting the orange-fleshed varieties, because they are richer in vitamin A.
In Kenya, sweet potatoes are grown in many areas for domestic consumption. However, the Western Kenya circuit grows the crop for export. Some of the areas where the potatoes are grown for export include Nakuru, Homa Bay, Bungoma, Kakamega, and lower areas of Kericho County.
Sweet potato is only grown in low altitude areas. When you go to high altitude areas, temperatures might not allow for sweet potato growth.
In central Kenya, sweet potatoes are common in counties like Kirinyaga, Embu, and Kiambu.
Sweet potato is a very easy crop to manage. You don't use any fertilizer, you don't use any chemical. You will grow sweet potatoes comfortably without all those inputs. It is only labor and land. Sweet potato can be grown throughout the year, so long as there is rain. It takes 4 to 5 months for the crop to mature. So a farmer can plant twice in a year. Good soils for sweet potatoes are loamy soils, but even sand loam can do better.
Is Kericho known just for tea? Well, while that remains the county's main cash crop, sweet potatoes are becoming a key cash crop for the export market, specifically in the lower areas bordering Kisumu County. At Simbamo village in Sigowet sub-county, we find these farmers harvesting the tubers. They are members of a cooperative society that is exporting the produce to the UK. The 1 acre farm belongs to Andrew Chirchir.
My farm here is about 2 acres which I've been planting from time to time, and it has been in rotation. I've partitioned it into 4 quarters, which I've been planting year in, year out.
The tubers are not just a source of food for many here, but also a source of income, with the produce being sold in both local and international markets.
Over the last 20 years, my farm has been attracting a lot of visitors because it has assisted start a lot in trying to gather for our school fees amongst other requirements.
Farmers in the county are now being trained on good crop husbandry and proper handling for the export market thanks to efforts by a London-based organization known as Har Communities Abroad, or in short, SACOMA, that is run by Perez Ochieng, a Kenyan lady entrepreneur with whom I had a one-on-one interview at the organization's offices in East London.
Part of our key marketing with geographical indication is that the farmers are doing sustainable production. They have enough for themselves to eat before they sell it off to the international world. But also they're not using chemicals, so they're using environmental friendly, agricultural practices. They're having to do additional work like building toilets to meet health and safety so that it's all a healthy environment for growing the product. So it's a fair price to pay for the amount of work that they're doing already.
Her vision, she says, is to help Kenyan smallholder farmers to turn sweet potato farming into agribusiness that can transform lives in collaboration with county governments. Through that collaboration, Kericho is now one of the leading sources of sweet potato that ends up in London.
It's a very high target, but I trust God that we'll be able to deliver this, is to be able to create enterprises and employment for 20,000 farmers, smallholder farmers, in the sweet potato sector. So it's not going to be a small project as we see it today, but it's going to be a very large project. Yeah.
The export market is sensitive, hence farmers have to appreciate that their products will only be accepted abroad if they adhere to proper hygiene, among other conditions. James Kaunda is an agronomist with the county government of Kericho.
When you are harvesting, you harvest with the very minimal disturbance of the sweet potatoes. There should be no mechanical damage. Also carrying the sweet potatoes to where you are washing them should be done on crates. You can see the crates in it that we normally use. From there, we go to the pack house. They are washed. After washing, they are sun-dried and then packed in special boxes that are for export.
When you see what I'm having, it is a grade 1, but based on the defect that is seen here.
This defect?
This defect, it has been eaten by the moth.
So
this one now will be thrown. The side itself,
it will be rejected.
It will be rejected. You see, the more it grows, the more it loses the nutritional content because it will have been eaten by, it will have been, most of the nutrients will have been trained of it. So it will go to grade 3, a bigger one.
Bigger one is grade 3?
Yeah, and the smaller one. Like
this is grade 2?
The medium one is grade 2.
Then the smaller one is which one?
These ones.
This one is grade
3.
This is grade 3.
Yeah. And this one fetches different prices. Grade 1 fetches 25 shillings per kilo. Grade 2 fetches 20 shillings per kilo. And grade 3 fetches 15 shillings per kilo. But all of them summed up, when you do the average, you are getting a gross margin of more than when compared to other produce.
There are local varieties and those that are known as improved varieties that originated from a research organization known as the International Potato Center.
Initially, we used to plant the local variety. The local variety in the local language is called Chebolol. Chebolol has broad leaves. The vines have broad leaves. In terms of the tuber itself, it is white in color. You can see it is low in vitamin A as compared to the improved varieties. Currently, we are exporting the white-fleshed, the local variety, because initially we didn't have the orange-fleshed varieties.
There is a quality control room whereby the sweet potatoes will be passing. Once it reaches the pack house, or it is received, or it is sorted. This one will be resorted after the pack house. Here is only to ease the work of carrying it, because it has to be carried in crates, which is a tedious job.
The potatoes are then packed and transported to Nairobi and eventually airlifted to London. In the current contract with Sakoma, the farmers send about 2 tons of sweet potatoes every week to London.
And we buy 100%. So by 100%, we mean when then they harvest, we grade it and they're paid according to grade. So we don't reject anything but these are farmers that are registered with us, not just anybody.
We cross the borders to Bomet County. In this county, sweet potatoes grow well, mostly in the lower areas like Chepalungu sub-county. In Chelelaibek village of Kaboson location, we find a group of farmers harvesting the tubers.
Mesaidia kukula, kuuza na kutumia hii matawi yake ng'ombe ikule.
Bomet County government, like the Kericho County government, is keen on the export market.
Sakoma Group is one other partner that we have identified. We have done a lot of meetings with them, and currently we are doing the Global Cup certification process, whereby farmers are trained on handling, harvesting, storage, and even the grading. So the process now is ongoing, and we expect even to get the audits by May, so that we get our sweet potato certified for the UK market and the EU markets. But as we continue to train farmers on this certification, we have also taken the samples of soils, taken the samples of water to be tested, so that we make sure everything is in order. Sanitation is key, and we are working close with the farmers, because in every farmer's farm we need to have a toilet, running water for washing the sweet potatoes, and even for drinking, which is well labeled that this is for safe water for drinking, and this one for washing sweet potato. To add on top also, we are training these farmers on the first aid, because they need, if there is any emergency in the farms, they are able to sort themselves. So we have the team leaders within the farmers that have been trained.
Okay, for me personally, it has helped me in my family. My children are enjoying. They have also started enjoying eating chapati made from these sweet potatoes. So recently we were taught how to make flour for making chapati, and we have enjoyed it.
We take a short break. When we return, we will sample dishes in London made of the Kenyan sweet potato. We will also take you into the sweet potato bread making bakery in Bomet, plus a taste of sweet potato porridge in the second part of this show. Don't go away.